guys, and welcome to another episode of Facebook Friday. My name is Eric Hammond with the Orange Stack, and I appreciate you following along each week. I've spoken about 3 different occasions this week, and now's my 4th. I'm almost losing my voice, so we might have to cut this a little short today just to keep me able to speak. But anyway, today we're out in Oceanside. Beautiful sunny day today. The weather's changing a little bit. The storm's coming in. I was trying to get some ocean views back here where you can see the roughness of the waves, but we don't get a lot of storms in San Diego, so you gotta enjoy them when they come. Anyway, as the title goes to show today, I want to talk about 3 tips to help you close more sales, more transactions, just get more deals done in your business. So there's a lot of different parts to sales. I've been in sales for quite a while now, mostly in real estate, but you know, it all comes down to the same things. There's always the same different components that have to do with sales, and it's really building rapport with your client, it's asking the right questions, and it's follow-up. So that's what we're going to go through today. So rapport is huge, right? How you connect to people, how you relate to them, what you talk about. If I come in just storming the castle and trying to push something down your throat, you're not going to be that interested in working with me. I think that the car reputation has been struggling for a long time, and having car salesmen that, you know, maybe push something down somebody's throat that they don't necessarily want, or trying to make something work that they don't necessarily want. No offense to the car industry, I love automotives and I have a ton of friends who sell cars, but there's a couple different ways to approach it, right? Finding out more about what they're interested in, finding out a solution that's going to solve their problem, being able to, you know, really just give them what they're looking for in a way that makes sense. Not everybody can afford the solution that makes sense to them, so you always kind of have to think outside the box and make it maybe work for you. But the key to that is building rapport with people that you talk to and just finding out more about what they're looking for. I recently was watching another show about you know, somebody comes into a clothing store and they say, hey, I'm just browsing, right? That's the first thing that you want to say. I'm just looking, I don't want to talk to anybody. But then the salesman can approach them a different way of saying, you know, are you here for something immediate, or are you just kind of looking around to see if there's something that maybe suits your fancy? I've got these weird words today I'm using, sorry about that. And the guy says, you know, I'm looking for something that's now. He says, great, is it more formal or is it casual? He starts asking questions, and that's the point. Ask questions to find out more. And that's really leading to the next step, is asking the questions that are going to get you, you know, understanding the client's needs and understanding what it is that they're looking for. So once you build rapport and you kind of understand how you guys can relate, you have to mirror and match them. You have to be on the same level. You have to speak at the pace that they do. You really just have to get them involved as much as possible so that they can open up to you and connect with you and make them feel like you're listening. So asking questions kind of goes hand in hand with building rapport, being able to ask the questions that are going to get them to the solution that they want. So back to the car industry. You know, are you looking for a truck or a car? Are you looking for red or blue? If you're talking about houses, you know, do you need a 4-bedroom? Do you need a single family house? Are you looking for a condo? Maybe you want something on the beach, right? The fire truck rolling through. So you got to find out more about what they're looking for so that you can narrow that down. If you're trying to show somebody houses and they really want to live downtown in a studio condo and have an amazing view of the ocean, that's going to change how you approach people. So being able to find out those questions up front, I think so many people are kind of rushed to just show them something and get them to a yes or no really quick. But I would rather ask people 100 questions so that I can show them 5 products, rather than asking them 5 questions and have to show them 100 products, if that makes sense. So get the questions detailed. You know, if you can in your business, structure your questions to kind of tell the story. So start big picture, more about what you're looking for. Let's take houses again. You know, where are you looking to live? What city do you want to live in? Why do you want to live there? What's important about being in that city? You know, are you having kids that want to be outside? Do they want a yard? Do they want a quiet street? Are you wanting to live downtown next to this restaurant and have this type of an environment that you're in? You know, just really start funneling down into what they're specifically looking for. And every product has that. Whether you're selling something simple on Amazon or something huge like a house, they're all going to have that. So the questions that you ask are important, and how you structure those questions. And then the last part is the follow-up, okay? So not everybody's going to walk in and be able to purchase a car on the first visit. And not everyone that you meet is going to be able to buy that first house that you show them. Sometimes they're going to take a little bit of follow-up. Maybe it's a week, maybe it's a year, right? They have to get their ducks in a row. They have to figure out what they're doing. Me, I'm the type of person that does months and months of research before I make a decision. And other people that I know go out and say, I need something today, let's go buy it. So you got to know who you're talking to. For me, I want to ask all those questions. I want to find out exactly what I'm looking for, and I'll follow up with you when I'm ready to go. I hope that you stay in touch with me, but at the same time, I need time to think about that. So when you're meeting with somebody and you find out that, hey, maybe they are 3 or 6 months out, what's your follow-up plan? And that's really what ties into the marketing aspect that we talk about. Follow-up is huge. I was reading the stat the other day that said about 2% of the people that come in close on the first transaction, meaning that if you get 100 people in a store, only 2 people are actually going to want to close right then with you. 98% of them are going to want to be followed up with, or will close at a future date. So how are you following up with those 98%? What are you doing to engage with them and put some message in front of them? We taught a retargeting class earlier this week, and it talked about how you can put different ads in front of them on Facebook and really just keeping them going along the way. Maybe you put something in front of them once a week, maybe it's once a month, depending on how soon they're ready to buy. But you can't just say, call me when you're ready. People forget you. Unfortunately, that's how it goes. In real estate, that's a big part of it. People know so many real estate agents, they're always looking at houses. When the timing's right and the agent's there, it's gonna work. It's not always the person that's been following up with them. It's not always the person that was their best friend. It's, at that moment right then when it happens. And if you're there and you keep putting messages in front of them at the right time, they're gonna be able to buy with you and it's gonna make sense. So think about your follow-up strategy. Some of the things that we recommend doing is an email campaign. I know email is old school and people don't always open it, but if you just keep that message in front of them when they're ready, they're gonna open it and read it. I've been getting emails from this guy for 9 years. I probably only opened maybe 4 or 5 of them along the way. And when I was looking for the right guy at the right moment, I didn't even realize that I was getting his emails. I sought him out, and I think I just subconsciously kept seeing his name and my email address every day or every couple days. And when I needed him, he was there for me. So think about it that way. Even if people aren't engaging and reading your content, they're still subconsciously seeing that inbox and seeing you there. Facebook is a great place. There's 2 billion people on Facebook right now. It has a great opportunity for you to easily put a message in front of them on a daily or weekly or monthly basis, and you can keep engaging with them and putting something that's relevant to what they're looking for. So again, back to houses. If there's beer in me, if there's somebody, that's the joys of going live. You never know what you're gonna get stung by a bee here. Anyway, if you've got somebody who's looking at houses and you know that they're interested in a property in a certain area, keep putting homes in front of them that may suit what they're looking for. Maybe you just want to tell them about where the market's going, about interest rates, about new parks that have opened up or new restaurants that are coming up. Again, you're getting them excited to be a homeowner in that area and buy something someday. And when they're ready, they're gonna buy. But you can't force them to say, hey, I found this house, this is your dream house, you have to buy it now, because people don't work that way. They want to work on their schedule. But when they're ready, they're going to see your message and they're going to know that you understand that market and what's going on in that area, and they're going to be ready to purchase a home then. So follow up, follow up, follow up. It's huge. So we talked about email, we talked about Facebook. Sometimes you have to get old school and send them a postcard once in a while, right? Maybe a happy birthday thing, maybe a happy new year. It's almost the end of the year right now, so there's some good holidays to mail for. Maybe you pick up the phone and actually call them once in a while. We definitely recommend calling your clients every 2 to 4 times per year, just to keep something in front of them. Remind them who you are, what you do, and you have the opportunity to ask for a referral at that point in time too. So that's a great place to just say, hey, I know that you're not quite ready to do this right now, but who do you know that's thinking about buying a house, or who do you know that would like to buy a car today or next week? So those are my 3 tips, right? Build rapport, ask the right questions, and follow up, follow up, follow up. Maybe you want to make it 6 tips, but anyway, I hope that these messages are helping you guys. I know that if you put all these plans into action, you'll be able to see massive results. Like I said, I've been in sales for a while. I know that it takes time. I know that it works. You're not going to close everybody, but how you work with them and how you stay in touch with them and what you say matters. So if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me. You know how to get a hold of me. I'm Eric at the Orange Stack. I appreciate you following along each week, and we'll catch you next week. Thanks.